Welcome back to Robot Wars Battle of the YouTubers, where we currently have 3 very lethal spinners through. Can someone please qualify with something that's not a spinner? Please. I would very much appreciate it. Because I don't want this bloody thing just being spinners. Otherwise, in all honesty, I'd kind of find that slightly boring. I want a bit of variety. But today we have the Vigment, who's decided to end it with a bunch of cat-themed robots and a couple mice and a rat. I mean, hey, you can end it with whatever theme you want for your robots. I have no care. I mean, it's just a bit of fun. So let's see how this lines up. As I said before, cat-themed with a couple mice. Cat King hoping to take out the interesting design of Clemitten, a rivalry between Cat 3 and Pussycat. Mighty Mouse hoping to take out the Mouse Trap, and Peach hoping to knock out Rat Attack. Cat King Spinner. Don't let the cute cuddly face fool you. This kitty will rip you to shreds with its spinning blade like it did in the Chinese show Cake of Bots, while using the front lifting forks to throw the opposition up and over. It's capable of running both ways up, but the exposed wheels might prove to be an issue. Clemitten Lifter. Looks similar in design to Shinx from Heat 2, doesn't it? Only difference between the two is the red ball on the tip of the tail instead of a star, and the artwork resembling an actual kitten instead of the Pokemon Shinx. Other than that, everything is basically the same in terms of strengths and weaknesses.
Robot ears, stand by.
Cat King with the spinning blade and the lifting forks to add extra defense, I think. And Clemitten, the basically repaint of the machine Shinx from Heat 2.
3, 2,
1.
I'm expecting Clemitten to be just as powerful as Shinx, and definitely seems to be. Are you kidding me? Already? You're already in the. Alright, well, okay. So that's the end of that fight. Cat King basically given the win. What did you do, Clem? Right, okay. What? I don't really get what just happened in that fight, but whatever it was, Clementin's out, Cat King's through, next up, Cat 3 and Pussycat. Cat 3. Axebot. Never had the greatest amount of success in Robot Wars, but this variant did have much better than its previous entries in Robot Wars 3 and 4 with Caterpillar. Design definitely looks like Dominator 2, and even has a similar axe to help self-righting. I think the only real problem with the machine is the exposed sides. Pussycat Spinner. Works a bit like an actual cat, as it always lands on its feet whenever it's flipped, and rips its food apart with its custom-made blade. And like a cat, it's also very fast when chasing its prey. But unlike a cat, however, it can be seriously crippled if it loses one of its exposed wheels.
Robot ears, stand by.
Cat 3 with the big, gigantic axe, almost like Dominator 2's. And Pussycat, the invertible machine with the custom-built spinning blade.
3,
2, 1. Go.
And this is also a grudge match, don't forget. And look at the speed there from Cat 3. These two are 4x4 in the Iron Maiden and in the All-Stars. Both times, Pussycat came out on top. Cat 3 wanting to make sure that doesn't happen again. Although there is smoke coming out of Cat 3. Pussycat's stuck on both their wheels. Are they even doing anything? More to the point, what's happened to Cat 3? I think that smoke means... I think the smoke was something vital for Cat 3. I think the engines have burnt out the motors. Because there's no life. The weapons fire, the lights may be on, but no one's at home. And I think Cat 3 are dead. And Pussycat have won again! Pussycat have beaten Cat 3 again! Poor Cat 3, they're actually more aggressive this time. Pussycat didn't really do anything apart from spin around. So it's a surprise that they managed to win the fight. Poor Cat 3, they did so well, but that's out of it. Next up, Mighty Mouse and Mousetrap. Mighty Mouse. Rambot. Despite being smaller than most of the competitors in the competition, it's definitely no pushover. It's extremely quick and nippy, can use the roll bar to roll back onto its wheels if they are flipped, can use the rear blades to cut into the opposition, and use the front blades to cause extra damage. However, while it is nippy, it's not very heavy, which could prove to be an issue going forward in this competition. Mousetrap. Guillotine. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either, to be honest with you. Quite a dangerous weapon on board that actually works like a mousetrap. The blade on top to slash into the opponent's armor and hopefully slice something vital. The weapon can also help self-right, but that doesn't really seem to do any help if it's on its side. Speaking of side, its sides are extremely vulnerable.
Robot ears, stand by.
Mighty Mouse. The quick drive and the rear circular saws at the back. And Mousetrap with the Mousetrap mechanism. Great. It's a mouse against a mousetrap. Something we have to deal with in the real world. And oh boy.
3, 2,
Three,
I am
one.
okay.
Go.
So, what is this, like Tom and Jerry or something? I have no idea. Mousetrap getting attacked by Mighty Mouse. The mouse attacking the Mousetrap? That's not the way it should be working, is it? But Mousetrap actually struggling to get the weapon into play. As I mentioned, Mighty Mouse very quick and very nippy. That's why they've lost a lot of weight. It's the saver. Oh, that speed! And they've thrown themselves over Mousetrap! Mousetrap throwing themselves over! Well, I wasn't expecting that from the weapon, but that is something they'll need to take into account next time. Look at this. There goes the weapon. There was nothing to attack, and they've thrown themselves. Now, we've seen that they can self-right, but unless there's a machine on them like that, the weapon will throw themselves over. Now, Mousetrap will have to be careful of that. Meanwhile, Mighty Mouse definitely doing all the work, really being the more aggressive. In comes another bladed attack from the guillotine, and now over goes Mighty Mouse, but also Mousetrap onto their weapon. That's not good for Mousetrap. Now, how do they plan? Ah, that's how they plan to get down. Interesting, but as I mentioned, like, look at the roll cage. Look at this here. There's the weapon. They're throwing themselves over, but Mighty Mouse, their roll cage rolling them back while Mousetrap gets thrown onto their backside. This is so far a pretty good, well, not good, but it's an okay fight. Mousetrap, very slow though, and now being pressured by the spike. Mighty Mouse coming back in. Oh, for a minute there I thought Mousetrap were gone! Immobilized, and they might just be up and over again. Now we know they can self-right. And there they go, self-righting. And they self-righted, but threw themselves back over. So that's something else they've got to be careful of. Meanwhile, Mighty Mouse dumping Mousetrap into the pit. And it's the mouse that beats the Mousetrap. Well, that's interesting. Mighty Mouse, get away from the spikes. That's a good mouse. Mousetrap trying to get out of the pit. I don't think you're going to be able to. Mighty Mouse, the victors, they go through. Poor Mousetrap, they're up, but let's be real, they didn't exactly have a lot of power going in this, did they? And that was their downfall for Mousetrap, really, that and the lack of effectiveness for the weapon. Mighty Mouse through. Next up, Peach and Rat Attack. Peach. Spinner. A cute little machine with a vicious cutting blade. The wedge can also be used to not only fling opponents into the air, but can also help the machine self-right to get back into the action. It's quick and very dangerous, with the only issue being the exposed wheels. Rat Attack! Flipper Spinner! I don't think many people actually like rats, but this one might be a different story. The rear spiked tail to offer rear protection, while the combination of the spinning blade slicing into the opposition as the flipper throws him into the air is actually quite vicious. Also able to self-right, but it isn't as heavy as many of the competitors here. Will that be an issue?
Roboteers, stand by.
Peach with the flipping wedge and the front spinning circular saw, and Rat Attack with their own front-hinged flipper and circular saw, and a rear spiked tail for added protection.
3,
Peach actually looks a little bit like Rusty from Antweight Anarchy, if you didn't notice. Although, I think Rusty would probably be concerned that your wedge isn't low enough, Peach, and allowing Rat Attack to get in a good flip and an attack from their blade. But a good side attack might just help Peach, as they're slamming Rat Attack against the wall, trying to flung again. And so far, who's on top, I wonder? Well, there's Peach, and there's a wheel on the floor, and Peach thrown over self-right. But there's a wheel on the floor. Where'd that come from? Look at this again. Peach comes in and slams him. I think that's one of Peach's wheels on the floor there. I think it's one of their wheels. Rat Attack's lost the wheel! Lost the ear! Rat Attack's ear's gone! Brilliant! Well, it's only cosmetic damage, so not really enough to phase them. Although an attack from Peach at the side will definitely cause something! And there is sparks and smoke coming! And now Rat Attack suddenly on the back and suddenly not moving and are smoking as well, and I think are immobilized. There's slight movement, but not really enough. In comes Peach again, and Rat Attack, after they were very strong at the start of this, and now it's the end, and Peach about to throw out the poor remains of Rat Attack. Oh dear, oh dear. Down into the pit, and that's the end of Rat Attack. And it's Peach who goes through, and actually rather convincingly. Well played from Peach. They progress through to the Heat semi-finals. Poor Rat Attack. And they beat Chaos 2 in the last battle of the YouTubers special, don't forget. So it's a surprise that they are gone after that impressive victory, but that's what's happened. They're out. Peach is through. And this is how it lines up for the second round. Peach will be fighting Mighty Mouse later, but first up, it's Cat King and Pussycat.
Roboteers, stand by.
Two spinning blades going head-to-head, and two cats going head-to-head. Cat King and Pussycat. Who will have the advantage out of these two, I wonder?
3, 2,
3, 2, 1, go.
Cat King has the lifting forks. What on earth? I think that are those real wheels of Cat King? I think they are. Did you not put them on? Well, from the seems of it, they don't really need it. Oh, careful. And down they go! Into the pit goes Pussycat! And that was almost seemingly very, very quick and very, very easy. And Cat King given another really easy victory here. Well, they're through to the Heat final. Poor Pussycat down the pit. What went wrong for... They once again got stuck on their back. Their hind legs couldn't do anything. You know what? I'm wondering how Cat King's going to do in the Heat final. Because if they lost their wheels, they're going to struggle. But for now, they're through. Next up, Mighty Mouse and Peach.
Robot ears, stand by.
Mighty Mouse with the rear circular saws, the small body shell, and the front ramming spikes. And Peach with the front lifting weapon and the very devastating circular saws. We saw it rip apart Rat-a-Tat in an earlier fight. Actually, in the only fight of this heat so far, and already ripping into Mighty Mouse, and I've ripped the wheel off. You can see it there. And that's right from the opening seconds, and already Mighty Mouse crippled and are effectively going nowhere, and Peach coming in to rip into, that's the other wheel, that's it, Mighty Mouse immobilized and gone. And now I don't think Peach needs to do anything else, but they're ripping into them. Off goes one of the ears, and I think probably the roll, yes, I think that's it, I think that's the roll cage. I think when the blade, both blades are gone now. Is there anything even left of Mighty Mouse? I don't think so. Mighty Mouse stuck in the corner, and I think Peach here are trying to get, trying to throw Mighty Mouse out the arena. They've just thrown him into the wall instead, almost, and just lobs him behind them. Probably all they can really do here. Look at this again, and yup, just throws him away. The spinning blade. There's not much left, really. Mighty Mouse down the pit. That's the end of them, officially. And a very, very dominant display there from Peach as they progress through to the Heat Final. That was pretty brutal. Just completely ripped apart. No drive, no weapons, no nothing. Mighty Mouse out. So this is the Heat Final. 2 spinning weapons with lifting weapons as well. Cat King and Peach. One of these two is about to hit the Grand Finals. Here we go, the Heat Final. 2 spinners, like the last seed. Let's see how these two got here. I think Cat King's probably the luckiest here. Didn't have to do much against Clemitten. They threw themselves down the pit. And that was basically the entire fight. Effectively given the win there, Cat King. Then Pussycat lost their rear wheels right from the start, Cat King. This was the only real meaningful attack. And it sent Pussycat into the pit. Again, not a really long fight. Peach, on the other hand, they actually worked and fought for their right to be here. Lost a wheel to Rat-a-Tat. Struggled a bit, but finally got them where they wanted them and disabled the drive. Completely immobilized them. Nothing left to do but throw them down the pit, and that was the end for Rat-a-Tat. And then Mighty Mouse, pretty much over right from the start. Lost the wheel, and then just kept coming on the attacks and pressurized, dealing major damage, ripping off the ears, the wheels, the weapon, and the roll cage, and that was the end of that.
Robot ears, stand by.
Cat King with the spinning blade and the lifting forks, Peach with the lifting wedge and the spinning blade, who's actually fought hard to get here.
3, 2, 1.
Cat King, on the other hand, I think more like they were just given their victory. Now's their time to truly earn it, and they're definitely showing it there underneath Peach, and have thrown part of the wedge off. But now Peach retaliating and throwing Cat King up and over. Now Cat King should be able to solve right, but they're not, and that's giving Peach the chance to come in and rip them apart. And I think that's one of the forks from Cat King. There's the Shremek, it is! And now off comes a wheel! And a part of the face is gone as well, I've just noticed! And Cat King! Lying dead in the water, and I think Cat King are immobilized! And Peach trying to get underneath, but instead ramping over them, trying to knock them out! Or are they trying to throw them out the arena? Either way, Cat King once again up and over. And are now at the mercy of Peach, who has definitely fought hard, who has definitely fought to earn their place here in the Heat final. They've done themselves over again, righted, and they're definitely trying to throw Cat King out the arena. They desperately wanted after being denied against Mighty Mouse, but I don't think they have the weapon capable of throwing a machine out of the arena. I don't think they have the power. They're trying to. Although at this rate, they'll end up throwing themselves out of the arena. And there's fire there! And that's vital! Although I'm not sure what it's from. Thrown into the wall again. And now it's really all over for Cat King. There's nothing really left. Completely dead in the water, ripped apart. And Peach basically just demonstrating their power. And oh, more pieces flying away from Cat King. And you know what? Going into the grand finals, Peach definitely a worthy contender. And a worthy winner of this heat. They go through as the as the fiery electronics from Cat King end up in the pits. Great stuff. This is where it all went wrong. One flip, over went Cat King. They couldn't really self-right, and that allowed Peach to take over, dominate the fight, and just batter Cat King and slam them till there was nothing left. Absolutely brutal. And I asked for variety. This, I'm gonna say, counts. Holy, that was very destructive. Quite a way to end the heat. Ripping apart Cat King. Nothing left of it. Even I'm a bit worried of Peach. That was pure chaos, and I absolutely loved it. 4 down. 4 more YouTubers to battle it out for a place in the grand finals. And I'm looking forward to seeing who comes in. Well, if the tiger gets angry, he'll show you his claws. But we'll show you flamethrowers on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.